What's going on, everybody? Triple Crown 24 back today with what should be a quicker mail day video. I never make any guarantees that the videos are going to be quick on this channel. I know myself too well. I like to ramble. I have 4 cards that I'm going to show off today, and kind of the theme of today's video is patience. I will say, just as a disclaimer here, I did injure my thumb today while I was working on my kitchen and in my garage. And I don't have any gloves to really put on right now, so you're just gonna have to. I'm gonna try to just do this with my left hand because I don't really want you to be looking at my right hand today. Anyways, let's start showing off some cards. So, like I said, you'll see me holding these a little bit different than normal, and that's why. But I do have this 2014 Panini Prism Jackie Robinson tribute of the Grandy Man. And kind of with this one, I was looking for the Cabrera version of this card, which I have now for many years. I've always wanted the Cabrera, and I've never seen one listed for sale. Being out of 42, it's not like it's too difficult to find in theory. But 2014 Prism doesn't really. There's not really any cards that stand out to me. But this is the first of 2 years that they did it. They don't do these parallels anymore, which I'm disappointed in because they have about 8,000 different parallels, and I thought this was one of the coolest ones they ever did. So I used to have, and I might still have it, I got to check my binders and stuff, a Alan Trammell version of this, but I love the Grandy Man. Whenever I can find these cards for cheap, I pick them up. So this is number 20 of 42. Show you there on the back. And a cool little addition to a side PC that I don't really talk about too much. I'm not usually too active in adding cards to, but I do enjoy picking up cards for it. So just sometimes you never know when you're going to find something that might not be exactly what you're looking for, but if you're patient enough, you'll eventually find that one. Similar here, this is a Pujols Cabrera dual relic here, and I have been outbid on so many Pujols and Cabrera stuff. I really do like seeing them on the cards together. I think that they are definitely 2 players that are going to be linked together for a very long time, just because their profiles overall are very similar. And Pujols is just a phenomenal player who I still does not get the love in the hobby that he probably should for what he accomplished while he was in St. Louis. I know things in Anaheim have not worked out very well, and that might be an understatement, but Pujols was just so dominant. I really do admire him as a player, despite how things might not be as great right now. So I'll pick up his stuff when he's with Cabrera, and it's reasonably priced. So it just kind of requires some patience sometimes to wait for the right deal, and the right deal appeared on that card. Now, I do also like to try to put together the runs of parallels that are consistent across Cabrera's entire playing career, if possible, or at least has a lineage that spans at least 5 years. So that would be the case here with the Topps Heritage Black Refractors. They are numbered to the year that the card's design is based off of. So this one here is numbered to 64. So 14 of 64. Not sure. There we go. Now it's going to show up. So this card came up for a pretty reasonable price. I made an offer on. I got auto declined actually on my first 4 offers that I put in on it. I was like, oh, I got to make sure that I play it safe and make a really nice offer here because I won't get another chance at it. And thankfully, the seller accepted my offer. So that was nice. And this is only, what I'm going to say is technically the 3rd black refractor that I have. So the 2020 release this year, they kind of flipped it where the border, like the border on this card, the base card, is white, and the regular refractor has a white border to it. Well, this year's is based off of 71 Topps, as you guys know, and the card has a black border naturally. So they had to kind of flip it around where it's a white refractor this year. And the black border parallels that you normally see, they used to be retail exclusives. Now they're just these SPs that have a print run of 50. Those they got flipped around where you have a white border SP and a white refractor. So I have the white refractor from 2020. I also have the black refractor from 2019, but this is now my 3rd one in this run. And I've seen a few of the black refractors pop up. recently. I don't know if there was maybe a collection that was sold. That's probably my biggest guess, is that some kind of set collector is out of the hobby. Well, there it goes. I'm going to leave the clock in because I know there's going to be some people who really want to hear the clock. I should have checked the time before I started recording this. So, but my point with the black refractors is that this is a set that I want to put together, but it's going to require time and patience. I'm still working on the Topps Black run and the Topps Gold run, but I'm not going to overpay for them. I could, on some of them, I could complete the set right now if I was willing to pay up big in some cases for some of them, but I'm not willing to. Just take my time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the last one, this was a deal of persistence here with this acquisition. This is my latest one of one into the collection, and it is a printing plate. It's actually a magenta printing plate, which I'm not usually someone who pursues this color of printing plate. As a Tigers fan and looking at Tigers cards, usually the black plates are number one, and I think you could say that for pretty much any printing plate. The black plates always have the most amount of detail. It's because white and black are the colors that are used most often in printing the cards, and pretty much you can use them for shading purposes to lighten or darken the different shades, as well as mixing in the magentas, cyans, and yellows as well. Blue is usually number two because, well, the Tigers colors have blue in them. And then magenta, it's kind of hit or miss. Yellow, you got to get lucky. You kind of got to get one that pops really well. But magenta, you don't really know if it's going to have enough detail on it or not, where it's going to look nice. This one does. I think it really presents itself well. It stood out to me from the little thumbnail when I was scrolling down eBay, so that's what made me first interested in it. And this guy initially had this listed for $100 or best offer, which is way too much for a Cabrera printing plate. That is, I really wouldn't be able to justify paying that really unless it was something that was extremely special, like maybe a black plate from Topps flagship if I really liked that year's flagship card, or Topps Chrome. That might be the only time I could justify myself really paying up for what is just a printing plate. But I get they're not for everyone here. But so this guy had it up at $100 for a couple of auction or fixed price listing cycles. I think he dropped it to $89.99 at some point, and it sat there for the longest time. And then he kind of gave up on it at that point, where he tried an auction. He put it up at $49.99 starting bid, or make an offer on it, and I continuously offered him $30. Even when it was at $100, I offered him $30 because I thought that's more than I would normally pay on this card, but I think it looks really cool. It's a one-of-one. I'm just going to go for it. And I kept doing it. Every single time it popped up again, I kept making that offer over and over again. And eventually he put it up, I think, for like 50 or best offer. Maybe it was 45 or 40 or best offer, somewhere in there. I dropped 25 on him just to see what he would do. He came back at 35, and then I met him in the middle at 30. My initial offer I had been sticking with all along, and he accepted it. So it was cool to finally secure this one. It's been a long time coming to grab it, and you can never go wrong with adding a new one-of-one to the collection. So this is number 2420 in terms of unique cards into the collection. And hey, persistence just pays off. When something's listed right away, sometimes you got to be aggressive and get it right away, but if you're not too dead set on it and you make the seller, you have the seller kind of cave into what you're looking to pay for it, sometimes it works out in your favor. So that was a little bit of a battle there to get that one, but it's in the collection now. So appreciate you guys checking out today's video. Might have something later this weekend. We'll see. Don't really know yet. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a good one.